Good morning and welcome once again to the Mr. Suter and Mrs. Smith Variety Show, where we'll have singing and dancing. Mrs. Smith is starting.
That's as much as I can do in this small space.
Wow.
It's too loud downstairs. I had to come upstairs and
we had some early birds here today, and we have people in already.
Kenzie's here today. She made it. She woke up. Congratulations. Maddie is here. I'd like to know what kind of frog she has. Let's see.
JC and Rosa and the Maya and Morgan and Dominic and Nolan and Deanna.
Elijah was here at 9:20, but is Elijah here now? There's the question.
Yeah, right. He's actively waiting on the edge of his seat since 9:20. So, ladies and gentlemen, we did say something about bring a friend today. There's Brian popping in. And so hopefully you brought a friend, and we will get to the bring a friend part at some point. We have a game that by popular demand, we were asked to play a game again today, and we will do that. And then, but before we do that, we wanted to talk a little bit.
Wyatt? No, Nolan. Where is Wyatt?
Yeah, where is he? But we'll get to that. Hold that thought, Nolan. So let's see. Got a couple more down there. Daniel, Ricardo.
Yeah, good.
I'm not showing this many people on my watching now thing, but I don't think that's ever really accurate. So we thought we would start by talking really quick. If you're in one of my classes, you've heard a little bit of this. Actually, probably heard more of this. So you'll have to kind of bear with us if you're just that one class I talked to you guys about it. If you weren't in that class, it's all kind of new to you. If you were there, just kind of hang on, and maybe you'll be able to answer some questions in the chat if we ask them, because you're a little bit more knowledgeable than everybody else, maybe. Here's the question today. We've gone over all the worksheets in bioenergetics. We're ready to, you should be starting homeostasis. And I think we're just going to do kind of one final review. What's the real important takeaway, maybe, from bioenergetics? And here's the question that we have for you. Why, when you listen to the news, if you listen to the news, you probably don't. Why is there so much talk about renewable energy right now? And can we answer that question with biology? So why is everybody talking about solar power and not talking about stopping to use like oil and gas and all that stuff? Why did they shut down? Why did President Biden make an executive order to shut down the pipeline that they were building and stuff like that? And so I think we can answer that with what you've been learning about. So I'm going to switch give me a second here. I'm going to switch my camera to my document camera because I can. So now you're seeing a blank piece of paper. I'm going to make that nice and big. And Mrs. Smith, I'm making it nice and big, but certainly pop in at any time. Soul layout. All right, pop in at any time. Here we go. First things first. We talk about the sun and the sun creating, for now, we're just going to call it light energy. All right. So how does the Earth, we're in biology here, how does life take that light energy and convert it to something it can use? Initially, what's the process in the chat? Hey, Aiden. What's the process life uses to do that? Ethan Killinger. Wow, I get some more people. Why? What's the process life uses to convert energy, light energy, into something it can use? Yeah, Twisted Foxy, I agree with you, but we're going to get into, that's great, but what if it didn't work? We're going to get into why it might work. So in the chat, what's this first process? Yes, thank you, Nolan. Life takes light energy, and through the process of photosynthesis, right, converts that light energy into something it can use. What's it converted into? Oh, man. What's it converted? I mean, do we want to keep pausing here? So light energy is converted by photosynthesis into what? Got a bunch of people chiming in with photosynthesis. Brian and Elijah, thank you for participating. There is that 15-second lag, so I'm going to need you guys. Ooh, not yet. We're not at 8. In the end, maybe. Initial.
Technically, you know what I mean? It makes a little bit of ATP to run this other cycle portion, and now you make what?
Yeah. I guess it does. I mean, you could say that the initial thing in the light-dependent reaction is we make a little bit of ATP. But what are we really trying? Out of the process of photosynthesis, what are we trying to get?
What's the overall transformation? Light energy to, Brian said, stored energy, which is good. I'm looking for that word. What is it stored as?
Anybody give it to us yet? So what's the product of photosynthesis? This is why watching live streams live is better than doing them in a recording, because in a recording you're like, oh my gosh, somebody answer. Hello, Anthony. Sugar. I'll take sugar.
Yes. I'll take sugar.
I would have liked glucose better. So we start with light energy. Photosynthesis converts that into stored chemical energy or glucose. And then we go to another process. And I'm going to use a different color for the other process. I don't know why I use green for photosynthesis. Respiration. And I probably, just to be, because Mrs. Smith is here, we better take the time to write cellular respiration there. And in cellular respiration, we then convert that stored chemical energy into usable chemical energy. And if I say energy, you all scream from the chat. What? Am I putting in parentheses here? Yes, you'll need this type of energy to snow shovel later, but that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. What is it? Hi, Grace. If I missed anybody, I hope I haven't missed anybody. ATP.
Woo!
So, again, why are we doing this? This is the big thing. Like when you go into the keystone at the end of the year, an understanding that we have light energy through photosynthesis, we make stored chemical energy, and then through cellular respiration, we make usable chemical energy. If you really have a good grip of that, you probably know what you need to know. The rest is just details on how it happens. Now, here's the thing. Life has figured it out. All life on Earth runs on this process. And all life on Earth gets its energy from the sun, except for those little bacteria at the bottom of the ocean, which we ignore because it's easy to. So, the hand shadow. If that's the case, never mind. If that's the case, what uses more energy? So I want you to think about, let's talk worldwide. I want you to think about all the refrigerators and stoves and ovens and cars and iPhones and computers and everything else. And I want you to think about life. So in the chat right now, let's take a poll. What uses more energy? Are products, humans, human products, or life? So in the chat, what's your vote? Human products or life? What uses more energy? On a daily basis. Today. Will life use more energy or human products? And people are cranking the heat up with all the snow and running their snow blowers. Who's M Pro? M Proa? It's a new one. Got some new names, Mrs. Smith. Wyatt says life. Deanna says life. Rosa says life. Anthony says life. Graves says life. A lot of people saying life. Oh, today, no, then our products. Rosa says today our products. Oh, Miguel. Hey, how's it going, Miguel? Answer my question, Miguel. Human products or life? Which one? Give another second. I want to see a few more answers. I know it's hard to type a few letters and hit send. Come on, join us. I don't know that we need. Maybe I could turn my camera and put our beautiful faces back on the screen for everybody.
There's you. Ta-da. Oh, there's me. Ta-da.
Nolan says probably human things, Elijah. So it's kind of back and forth. And here's the thing. When you think about this, you have to think about the world, right? When we talk about life, that's every single organism living in the ocean, in a lake, in a stream, in a river, in a
Seed of grass.
Or a creek. In the rainforest, in the desert, in the tundra, in the prairie, in the grassland. What am I missing? The entire biosphere. The entire biosphere. So I think probably, if you think about it that way, life is using a little more energy. And so what's really amazing about this, here's the mind blown. You should walk out of here just absolutely. This is dinner table conversation tonight with your parents. Is you're mind blown right now that life has figured out how to get all the energy it needs from the sun. So I do have to turn oh man, I got to turn my camera back on. I'm sorry. I got one more thing for you. I'm taking too much time on. Here we go. One more thing. So here's what I was saying in my class that I want you to think about. Solo layout. Turn this piece of paper over. Here's you. Ready? Art capability. Here's you with your cell phone, living your happy existence, scrolling anywhere between
your Apple Watch and your Chromebook. I mean,
right. And here's me, and I am such a wonderful person that I'm going to build you this. This is the world's best solar panel right here. And I'm going to give you a cable that plugs into your phone. But I'm going to go one step further. I'm going to say, this solar panel is so good that, like Mrs. Smith said, it will charge your iPhone, your iWatch, your computer, your laptop, whatever, TV, Xbox. Xbox won't charge, but you can plug it into it, right? Run it. Are you happy with this situation? This solar panel is so good that when you get married someday and buy a house, it will run your entire house. Are you happy with that? What's the problem? Do you see a problem? Is there a problem? Or are you just happy as lark? Like, I got a solar panel that will run all my electric needs for the rest of my life. Plug it into your car, drive your car, everything you want to do off this one solar panel. It's that good. Do you have a problem?
What about when all our students do their work at 11:59 p.m.? Oh, Brian's got it.
Can't use it at night. Yeah, there's your problem. But since I'm so magnificent and on the vice of Mrs. Smith, I'm going to also give you a battery. Now you can use it at night. And now it's perfect. And really, if you think about it, light energy, stored chemical energy, and usable energy, right? If you think about it, that's an E. That's my art. If you think about it, life has already figured out how to do this. Life doesn't die at night. You don't die at night. Plants don't die at night. Life is figured out, and thankfully, photosynthesis, right, happens more than respiration because it stores more energy than life needs. So life has already figured this out. Life has already figured it out and figured it out in a way where it can power more things than we power right now. So if you ask that question at the beginning, why is this becoming such a huge thing that people are talking about? Because it is possible. Life has already done it. There's a thing called biomimicry out there. We won't get into it, but biomimicry is this idea that we can start building our structures and our life around our technology, around the way life has done it, because life has already shown the way. And here's really just, I'll kind of leave you with this. I'm sure we'll talk about it for another second, but I want to throw this out too. I pulled up some websites this morning to just see, because there's people that are like, but solar power isn't enough. We can't harvest enough. Get this. One simple fact that may change your thoughts. I'm reading it right from a website. In a single hour, the amount of power from the sun that strikes the earth is more than the entire world consumes in a year. To put that in numbers from the U.S. Department of Energy, each hour, 430 quadrillion joules of energy from the sun hits the earth. That's 430 with 18 zeros after it. In comparison, The total amount of energy that every single human use in a year is 410. That's 20 quadrillion joules less than what hits our Earth in an hour. So where do you want to invest? If you're a smart investor and want to make money, do you want to put your money into oil and gas, which will run out? Maybe in your lifetime. We keep getting better technology, cars that use less gas, better ways of drilling, better ways of fracking and things like that, which increases how much oil we have, even though it's a finite amount. It increases how long it will last, but it will run out. It is finite. The sun will not run out. Well, if the sun runs out, the conversation's mute. It doesn't matter. You're done. You're toast. Say goodnight. Mrs. Smith, you had a good point about that too earlier with the coal and the oil and stuff. Really being.
Yeah, when we were talking about it, and I said, but people want to use, coal and things there. And so coal, we talked about every living thing being carbon and the carbon cycle and carbon dioxide. And so when we talk about carbon being put into complex chains, we talk about coal and we talk about natural gas, and we talk about those fossil fuels. They are created from carbon. It's still a carbon-based thing, but it's carbon that's packed in these long, complex things over a very, very long, millions of year period of time. So when you talk about that, what takes longer? If you can have something right away, or if you have to store it and 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 store it. That stinks. You want the money, or if you're going to buy something, you want the money quick. If you want the energy, you want it quick. So
I mean, carbon really is energy from the sun. We're already running the Earth on it, running our electricity on energy from the sun. Plants die long periods of time. We make coal, we make oil, we make gas.
By the way, bioluminescence, as a side note, is an actual chemical reaction that occurs and needs energy, ATP, to be done within those organisms. And protein and all sorts of stuff like that.
So it's a huge topic. I mean, and it's not just solar panels. It's also thermal devices. It's also wind power, which wind is driven by the sun. It's also hydroelectric power, but it's all renewable energy. If we can figure out how to make those batteries, that's the holdup right now. How do you make a scalable battery out of materials that are easily accessible, that can store enough electricity to run a house, a community, a town, a city, a nation, or a world? And once you figure that out, sorry.
And that all goes back to that whole principle of that, a lot of times you write down answers that say that plants do this for us. But without plants, we're nothing. We can't transform light. We get everything that we can transform light in the form of solar panels, we're getting from plants. If you're dealing with fossil fuels, that's coming from plants. Plants. Game time?
Yeah. Do we want to do the game and then do the kind of roll call to see who brought a friend?
Yes.
All right.
What are we doing? 5 minutes, Mr. Suda?
5-minute game. Are you ready? You guys wanted to do Blue Kit again. If we're ready. Get your Blue Kits up.
Sorry, I forgot to share the screen. I should probably do that.
Get your Blue Kits up, ladies and gentlemen. Grace, if you steal my money again.
Oh, yeah, we playing? We playing today?
We can play. Grace destroyed me yesterday. I know who I'm taking from every chance I get. Game ID 566272. Join us for Blue Kit. She said she'll try not to. I'm going to put the number in the chat, 566272, for anybody coming into the game late. Boom. Are we ready? Enter a nickname. Here we go. Waiting for a host. Got 15 players.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Mackenzie said steal from me and not her. Maybe I'll steal from you, Mackenzie, for that. Tell you this, Tiltner girls. Got 18 watching. How many do we got in the game so far?
I don't know, because I'm in there too. My son's popping in too.
Yeah, we got 18 in the game.
All right, we ready?
Yes, we are.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
And we're off.
If you're just popping in now, you can still join. Bluekit.com 566272 is the code. It's in the chat. It's up on the right-hand side. And here we go. Let's see if you can beat Mr. Shooter and I.
The pressure. I can't take the pressure.
I'm getting double gold, but I haven't got any gold yet. That's not helping anything. Finally. And this is the big one. This is all from the whole year. Kenzie. Who do I take it from? Let's see.
I just lost 50%.
Oh, come on. I lost 50% too. It's terrible.
See, that's what happens when you laugh.
I'm swapping with Grace. Sorry, Grace. Oh, I have to swap again. Sorry, Kenzie.
Where's Grace at so I can steal 10% of her gold?
Oh, Dominic. Okay. All right.
I don't know where that Samada question comes from.
Sorry. Oh, not fair. Triple gold. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Take it. Oh, I didn't read that question correctly. Darn. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm beating up on Grace. I'm sorry, Grace. I'll move to Mackenzie now.
I don't even have time to like.
Oh, I just lost 50%.
People are taking stuff from me.
They keep losing 50%. They don't have anything to take.
That's what I just happened to me too. It's terrible. Yes. Oh, I don't want to swap. All right. I'll swap with Wyatt. We're close. Money. gonna swap again. Swap back. Want my money back.
Kenzie just took money from Kenzie. JC.
All right, Grace. I gotta take your
Lift. You took 2,000? Jerk. I'm down to 0.
Oh, sorry.
I was winning.
Well, you know. What can I say? Hey, Nolan.
25%.
Hey. We must almost be out of time here. We are almost out of time. No. Swap. Come on. I need a chest. Swap. Whoo.
I need a swap.
Oh, did I get it? Did I get it?
That's you stole from me.
I swapped at the last minute. I'm sorry. That was fun.
How does that happen to you? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I didn't know you were Be Nice, Grace. That's not fair. I didn't know who I was stealing from. I would have taken it from you every single time.
All right. Did anybody bring a friend? So if you were here for the first time, please post who told you to come. If you are here for the first time, please tell us who told you to come. Mrs. Smith and I are getting worried about the amount of bonus points some of you have racked up. My gosh, I think it's crazy.
I'm going to get you know how we made it all one column? Like eventually it gets to the point where it says you cannot, add any more points.
Ethan says Nolan told him to come. Ethan K says Nolan.
Yeah, but Kenzie, you've been here a bunch. It was supposed to be somebody new.
I don't know. She wasn't here yesterday. Wyatt says Nolan told him to come. Jackson Dell says Nolan and Ethan. Joseph Wilkinson says Ethan and Nolan. Brian says Nolan. Anybody else?
All right, we have to do roll call too, because although Joey's here and Wyatt's here and stuff, they're my students. I want them to get points too. So are we going to do roll call for who's actually here?
Well, I wrote down who said they were told to come and who told them.
Okay.
It's not that we don't appreciate the people that just show up every day. We do. You have so many bonus points right now. There's a few that come every time. I'm not sure that there comes a point like the 114% that you have. I'm not really sure.
No, you don't want 120%?
Morgan brought herself and her alter ego.
So my 3 new ones that I saw, I'm pretty sure, is Joey, Jackson, and Wyatt. Did I miss anybody?
So
thank you for just coming, JC, and not having to be told.
If I just came. JC, you've been here before. JC's been here before, right? Is this her first time?
All right.
Morgan. So I guess, maybe do the roll call with your period number if you want, and we'll give you a point.
Let's do the roll call. Hold on one second.
Sucker. Mackenzie, you were certainly supposed to come here. Everybody was welcome. We were trying to get people to bring somebody with them yesterday so we would have more people. New people that we haven't seen before. So, Brian, I got you. Shoot us your period number.
No, you're supposed to come, Kenzie. I don't know if I missed that. Sorry, my little one is trying to bust down the door here. Take me outside, Mom. I want to play in the snow.
Moya, period 3. Dominic Gomez, period 5. Great.
Yeah, I got you, Elijah. I got Elijah, Kenzie, Maddie, Wyatt, Jackson, Joey.
I have Ethan, Nolan, the Maya, Brian, Morgan, JC, Deanna, Dominic, and Grace. Am I missing anybody?
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
What's that?
Except we said at the same time. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Is water wet? I wonder who started that question. Somebody probably had a teacher look at them at one point and be like, "There's no such thing as a stupid question," and they went, "Is water wet?"
Well, do they want a neurological answer?
I mean, Daniel AB. Thank you, Daniel.
I mean, neurologically, we're all just a bunch of atoms and molecules. So feeling is an interpretation of signals in your brain. So is it really wet? If a tree falls in the woods, nobody hears it. Did it fall? Did it make a noise? Well, you know.
Something in the woods, is he still, and a woman didn't hear him, is he still wrong?
Right. I mean, wetness is an interpretation of your brain and neurological signals. So.
All right, I think I got everybody. If I missed you, let me know. What do we?
Yeah, I think that's
hopefully, we'll be at school tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're not, you'll see another. Anyway, extra to bring a friend.
We're here tomorrow. I think we start talking about homeostasis, though.
Yeah, well, definitely. So, if you are not done with the bioenergetics, you need to get on the bioenergetics. And it's really not hard. And if you go to the SOS Biology page where this live stream is being broadcast right now, I think almost every assignment, most of the assignments in that unit, we went over. Most of the papers, we went over in a live stream. So you can go back and look at the old live streams. I've tried to add them to a playlist of help, like the help playlist for third marking period. You can go through those. Take the day and finish up bioenergetics, ladies and gentlemen. You really need to do that.
And if you want the quiz to open, you have to send us the document or pictures of the document if you have it printed out so that we can grade it to open the quiz. Like, I'm not going to open the quiz if I haven't seen the bioenergetics handout.
And stop posting, for me anyway, stop posting things you haven't shared with me. It's really annoying. I love you, but it's really annoying. All right. Anything else, Mrs. Smith?
Nope. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Yes, it's 11:03. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully.
Shovel the snow for somebody. Be nice.
Have a good day.
Use that ATP.
Yes, yes.